easy fat loss for the busy individual. Now, whether you're a lifestyle fitness type enthusiast that just wants to drop some body fat, or you're a competitive bodybuilder trying to get on the stage at the highest level, none of us want to have to diet extremely hard and suffer, or do hours and hours of cardio. We want to find really the least suffering way to make this happen, the least fatiguing. And why that's important: for one, dietary adherence is really important. Also, we want to be successful and see our goals. And then also we want to make sure that fatigue of doing so much cardio and so much low food is not impeding our weight training progress and losing the hard earned muscle that we've developed. So sometimes people are dieting, you lower food, you raise cardio, and the math doesn't work out. You're like, man, I'm stalling out, right? You're not seeing body fat move, you're not seeing the scale move. And what we do see is usually the metabolic adaptations in the fat loss phase for your basal metabolic rate are actually pretty low. Your actual metabolism slowing. Sometimes it's only like 100, 200 calories for people. So how does someone actually really stall in a fat loss phase? And it's sometimes unaccounted through lowering activity level, and more specifically, lowering your NEAT, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So this is a long way just to say your daily activity movements that aren't accounting for like your direct cardio. So this is, you get up and you walk to the car in the morning, or you're walking to work, you have to walk the dog, you're standing at your desk. Anything that involves you moving that we're not counting towards direct exercise. And what we see when people are in diet is that is the biggest variable that can usually change. And also is a variable that really changes depending on your occupation, right? If you're outside digging holes all day, you're gonna burn a ton of calories versus someone like me sitting at a desk on a computer all day. And so what happens is you lower food and you do more cardio, you feel tired. What happens? You sit in a chair more often. You go finish your workout and you flop yourself on the couch, and in turn, you're making up for that deficit that you created through diet and exercise, and you end up not losing as much body fat or weight that you thought you would be. And so this is the number one thing that we really see adapt. So number one, we need to track this so we can have an idea of what our baseline NEAT is. And a proxy for NEAT is using a step tracker. Now, steps are not directly all of your NEAT activity, right? If you stood at a desk versus sitting at a desk, that burns more calories, but you might not get more steps. However, this is kind of like the best way we can go about to track it. I know there are some calorie trackers, but those have seen large variances in accuracy across the board for those. So steps is kind of I call it a proxy for NEAT. So we get a baseline of what we're tracking, then from then, we can try to move up our NEAT instead of having to do less food or more cardio. And what I try to get people to do for dieting is in a high energy flux state. And what this means is we want a high energy output and also be able to eat higher food while we're dieting versus low food and just not moving. And what you see when you're in this high food, high output state is that people have better diet adherence because one, they have more food on their plan. They also have more adherence because they have more food variety. With more food also means better training, meaning better energy output during your workouts. Also in a high energy flex state, you also have lower appetite too. It's better for hunger, just makes you more adherent. So this is great for your lifestyle clients, just to keep them adherent on their plan. So we want to create that high energy state. We want to make easy fat loss happen. NEAT is an easy way to get your fat loss moving along. So what are things that we can do to increase NEAT? Well, there's a variety of ones. For one, if you sit at work all day, you can think about getting a standing desk. You can take the next step up and get a treadmill desk. Even walking 1 mile per hour for 1 hour, you could burn another 100 calories per day. And that's like, well, that doesn't sound like much. Well, think about it. That's like having a bowl of oatmeal on your fat loss diet or not. Also, if you don't have that type of desk, just getting up and taking a 5-minute walk every hour to break up the workday. For one, it's gonna be great for your joints and also for not getting too stiff. But every hour you're doing that, if you work for 8 hours, that looks like 40 minutes. That 40 minutes of walking could be 44,000 steps. Every 2,000 steps is 1 mile, roughly. Which, depending on your body weight, for me, That's like another 260 calories a day that I'm burning. Let me know your ideas of how you can increase your NEAT for your lifestyle, and I'll talk to you guys next time.